Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
In an unprecedented move, Calvo on Thursday commuted the sentence of a COFA migrant under a stipulation he was not to return. AG Liz Barrett-Anderson says he can do so under the Organic Act.
If the governor individually wants to make an agreement, it's like a contract, and offer an inmate this agreement to reducing the sentence, leave Guam and don't ever come back, there's nothing wrong with that.
DeLoup says more such deals are possible, and the AG says standard procedures and selection criteria need to be set up to avoid burdensome court challenges.
I think the governor is taking a legal step. We just have to make sure that the process that he wants to implement is fair and is not discriminatory.
To be clear, she says, it would not be a deportation. Only the feds can do that, which, because of lengthy due process requirements, can take up to a year to adjudicate.
The federal government is not expending any effort to deport because it's an enormous process. I'm not using that as an excuse as to why the federal government hasn't done its job. But, and I believe the federal government to some extent has been deporting undesirables on Guam, but not to the extent that I think the people of Guam or politicians or the governor would like to see happen.
A local law enacted 3 years ago requires the AG to report COFA migrant convictions to federal immigration authorities for deportation, but the AG agrees with a decision by her predecessor not to implement that provision because of its racial and prejudicial overtones.
But to be taking judgments and saying, well, which ones are COFA and which ones are not COFA, we weren't going to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
The Calvo administration says it's been lobbying the feds to enforce deportations allowed under the compact, but the AG says at the very least, immigration authorities are needed to stop deportees from returning.
Let's talk to the federal government. Will they agree to join with us and to stop them at our border? Because only the federal government can stop them from coming in.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.